Trey.
Okay, Rob.
Okay, this is the Gecko 1/16 scale Panzer II Ausf version, the last version of the what they call line track Mark IIs, done in the Africa Corps markings. The company Gecko is actually a Chinese production company, but the model is actually designed by Kraftwerk of Germany. It's just that Kraftwerk makes all their kits in China. And they do a series of tanks that, World War II tanks that a lot of other companies don't do. And their prices are pretty reasonable, except for the one big thing that really disappointed me. When you have a tank this size, it should include a complete interior. Yeah. It doesn't. But I decided to create a complete interior for this tank.
Of course you did.
So I'll just remove these guys here for a minute. We'll pull the turret off. Okay, now the parts that are in the turret, if you want to take a look inside the turret here, a lot of them are from the kit. But also several of them are scratch built, and I'm not going to say which are which.
Because you probably can't remember.
Yeah, probably. And
damn, Rob, that's good.
hold on, I'm not done yet.
All right, go ahead. All right. Oh, it comes all apart. Look at wow.
All right, Rob. And the front deck too.
All right, he's making you look bad now, Wes.
Okay, now, the engine is an aftermarket kit. The engine and radiator is an aftermarket kit for a Hanomag half-track in 16th scale. But all of the plumbing, all of the connecting points, all of the accessories that are on the actual engines that came with the kit, I couldn't use because they're completely differently used on a Mark II. So all that other stuff that's in there is scratch built. The bulkhead between the engine and the first drive line is scratch built. The fuel tank and everything forward of this is either scratch built or what's called kit bashing. I have millions and millions of spare parts, and basically I redesigned and redid using photographs from an actual exploded view Mark II, a real Mark II that's in the Munich Museum, and their line online, they have thousands of photographs of it. So I was able to mathematically calculate from the photographs what the parts would be in 16 scale, and I designed them all up that way.
What that would be referred to, at least in what I've done, is scratch bashing.
All right, scratch patch, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay.
The ammo
Bash
storage,
scratching.
The ammo storage is in the turret,
So-
because this is the 20 millimeter cannon, so the boxes and everything are in the turret.
So where's the third man? Where does he sit?
He
Where
doesn't.
did
He
it-
sits on this flat plate.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The third guy is basically the guy that moves the ammunition from the boxes to the gun, because the commander fires the gun.
Right.
He is also the onboard mechanic, because if you read anything about the Mark IIs, they had a lot of problems with Mark IIs. But the good news was that, like a Sherman tank, they were very, very easy to repair. So the third guy had to be a mechanic other than just a tank crewman. Okay? Going from aft forward, the fuel tank is basically a 1/24th scale reconverted fuel tank from a P-51 Mustang. The radios are realigned in scratch brick portions and boxes and things that I put together from different kit bashing kits, including aircraft instruments. The air intake line that goes from this intake, which I finally found out this is an actual air intake. You see these on a lot of vehicles in German.
Yeah, like
things.
Kugelwagens
Yeah,
and stuff
I always
like
thought
that.
it was a helmet rack or something.
No,
Right?
it looks like that's a Nordak light.
Yeah,
I thought it was blackout drive.
it's an air intake. And anyway, the line going from there to the carburetor air filter, that's all scratch built. All of the plumbing, the torsion bars, the brackets, the support clinks, the rods, the pedals, the plates, the mounting plates, the supports for the engine and for the transaxle are all scratch built. The transaxle itself is kit bashed from several different kit parts. The tube that's in the center is the tailpipe of a 1/32nd scale Messerschmitt 163 Comet. The
What's
cylindrical,
amazing is he can remember where that part came from.
Germans
The
are ingenious,
the
man. They
cylindrical-
can rip anything from-
the cylindrical brake, which is actually the only brake assembly that's actually on the tank in the fourth structure there, are two 35th scale Sherman sprockets that were put back to back, glued together, and then cut and then wrapped with sheet plastic to make them look like an inertia brake. The transaxle assembly is made up from different kit bashing parts. The transmission itself is a Muncie transmission out of a 16 scale car model. which was shaped and redone to make it look like an Opal unit.
Yeah, he had an M4 rock crusher in there. Look at that.
The box and supercharger assembly that's in front there, that's actually part of the transaxle assembly. That's off of a Merlin Spitfire engine. The handles and the support units and the differential gearboxes for each handle are scratch built. The seat came out of a model car kit. I think it was a Mustang kit in 16 scale that I redesigned to make it look like the one that was in the photographs. The trans reduction unit here, and what's actually, unfortunately, can't see, that goes to the drive line underneath this plate, is actually the back end of an Allison engine from a P40 kit, reshaped to make it look like a TransLink unit. And then all the other plumbing and electric wiring and everything else is all scratch built.
How long is this kit? How long have you had it?
I got about 200 hours in this kit.
No, how long have you had it?
Have I had this kit? Oh,
No, how long have you had it built?
Oh, I just finished building it about
3 decades.
I wasn't here last. I wasn't here for the last meeting, the meeting before. So we're talking.
About 3 months ago. Then.
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah, yeah. The kit itself is brand new. The Gecko just released this kit this year, 2023, 2025. I mean, and now the figures. I'm sorry to say they were inexpensive figures that came through a cottage industry outfit of resin. 1/16 scale company out of Great Britain, and they've had a lot of flaws. I mean, they were really, really bad. The arms didn't fit, the torsos didn't fit, the trunks, everything was really, really bad. I had to use a lot of filling, a lot of cutting, or a lot of repositioning to get these figures to work right. In fact, the kit, also, the 3 figures come in a box, in a plastic bag, that's it, you know, in parts. No instructions, no nothing. But for $28, what can you say, right? So the guy with the accordion is actually supposed to hold the accordion. I must have cut these arms about 4 times each to try to get the stupid accordion to fit, and it never worked. So that was the best I can do, because I don't like you guys. I give myself, after I do the research, I give myself a fixed amount of time, and I don't try to deviate from it. Because unlike most of you, I probably have maybe 12 to 15 years left on this planet, and therefore I've got to finish about 700 models in that time.
Well, he's not going to take you to your dome.
It's the race between you and me.
That's right.
Only 700? Oh my God!
Actually, that's not true. That's not true.
I wish I only had 700.
I plan on selling half of those for sure.
I plan on being buried with half of those.
Yeah.
You know, Rob, I'm like you. All these 1/16 scale tanks coming are so nice, but no interior. You know,
Well, actually, that's not true.
there's a few of them, but
The
the
trumpeter, a lot of the trumpeter 16 scale tanks come with a complete interior. And the reason you can tell that, the ones that don't cost about half the price of the ones that do.
Andy's doing the same thing with his 116. They're like you said, double the price if you want the interiors.
Now, I know a lot more 135th scale tanks coming out with interior in them nowadays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But they're also double the price in the regular
but-
one.
With
If you
some
don't scratch
exception,
building, it's worth
with
it,
some
right?
exception, a lot of the 35th scale tank kits that are made by Academy, they have